The PFA Team of the Season has been announced, and we're here to debunk it, break it down, and say why is there not 11 Rangers players in it? Because we are obviously Rangers obsessed.
We are team obsessed.
Yes, but guess what, guys? It was 7 Celtic players, and is there too much to disagree with here? No, it's just personal opinion.
We will go through it in a minute, but I just don't understand why Celtic fans are acting aggrieved here as if Celtic have been robbed. I mean, you're top of the table, and you've got 7 players in the team. Is that not enough for you? I mean, what do you want, realistically? Do you want all 11 to be Celtic? Well, that is the answer. That is what they actually want.
Of course it is. Like, you look at when Rangers won 55, I doubt it was 11 Rangers players. I don't think many people were like, 11 Rangers players have to be in there. But, again, you look at this season, and I feel like who's in here that's not from Celtic, it's fair enough. I have no real complaints. So, we're going to dive into it?
Yeah, we'll dive into it. We'll start at the back, and then we'll work our way through the defence, midfield, and then finally the attack. And then we'll move on to the Player of the Year awards, because there's some controversy in there as well.
It's a go for Joe!
But I just feel like no matter whoever got picked for this for Rangers, Celtic fans would moan about and complain about.
Yep. No, literally, you're right.
Because arguably, I think Rangers' best 2 players by far have been selected in this team.
Yep.
And they're still bitched and complained and said that these 2 don't deserve to be in it.
No, so, absolutely.
I mean, the numbers don't lie. If Kevin Van Veen's getting in because of numbers, then surely James Tavernier should get in because of numbers.
That is
But we'll discuss it when we get to them. So, start off with Joe Hart and nets. I just said numbers matter, but in my opinion, with Joe Hart, they don't. Numbers can be falsified with a goalkeeper. And considering that he is playing for Celtic, I don't believe that he has got numbers that other goalkeepers would not have been able to achieve had they been in this Celtic team. I mean, he literally, most games, has nothing to do. Hearts played well there. Last game against Celtic, yet Celtic fans will still brag about how, well, they never had a shot on target. So you're going to tell me Joe Hart was fucking great then, if Hearts never actually got a shot on target? Which one is it?
It has to be all of the other folks, come on.
So, I mean, again, we've heard Celtic fans, brag about how good Joe Hart is, but then they'll say, our defence is so good that Joe doesn't even need to do anything. Well, if he doesn't need to do anything, then how can he be getting in a Team of the Year? It just makes no sense to me.
That's right.
Now, based on shots saved saves per shots ratio, Sander Clark is the highest in the league. Now, does that mean he deserves to be in the team? I mean, not necessarily, but I would have put Sander Clark in before Joe Hart. There's multiple goalkeepers I would have put in before Joe Hart as well. So I think Rose has had a pretty good job at Aberdeen since he came in. Now maybe because he's only got half a season, you can't exactly, make him the number 1 or whatever.
There's a lot of half a season people. I mean, I guess you could argue in here.
Yeah,
and he's one of them.
So yeah, nah. For me, Joe Hart, no. I'm not buying Joe Hart. I don't think Joe Hart deserves to be in this. Not for me. You put Joe Hart under pressure, and he will make mistakes. He's dodgy. His career was downhill before he came to Celtic. It's not like he was on the rise and Celtic we're going to snap up this good goalkeeper. I mean, he basically went to Celtic because no one else would take him because he's not that good. It's as simple as that. He's been found out, in my opinion. And, again, what did Joe Hart do in the Champions League when Celtic did need him? And I know this isn't Champions League. I know that the Champions League doesn't really play into this. This is Scotland. But just for argument's sake, since we've said that Joe Hart doesn't have a lot to do in Scottish games, when Celtic really need him, what did Joe Hart do in the Champions League? I don't remember any crucial saves that earned Celtic a point or earned Celtic a win.
Nope, do not remember
I don't remember Joe Hart doing anything.
No, you know what? He's very lucky at the back end of his career. He's managed to get this role at Andrews Celtic where they're dominating and he doesn't have to face anything. That's the truth.
Don't get me wrong, it looks good. People are probably, that don't follow Scottish football, are probably looking at it and go, look at Joe Hart. He's kept this many clean sheets. He's only conceded this amount of goals. And on paper, I mean, it does look good. But for me, it's Ange Postecoglou's side and the Celtic defence that is making Joe Hart look good. So I wouldn't have picked Joe Hart. I would actually put in Sander Clark. But here, that's my unbiased opinion.
No, because you look at David De Gea, right? I know this is completely off topic, but kind of still in topic. He's got the most clean sheets, right? But I would say De Gea's had a bad season. It seems like every other week he makes a high-profile mistake.
Yeah.
And United haven't been good. They've just capitalised on the fact that Chelsea, Liverpool and Tottenham have been shite. So, just goes to show you...
Anyway, let's not get sidetracked. He picked Joe Hart or not.
No, but I don't think there's a clear case for anyone else. I know you can say Sander Clark, right, which is fair enough.
Well, if he never got injured, it would be Craig Gordon.
Well, it would be.
It would be Craig Gordon every day of the week.
Craig Gordon was pretty shite at the start of this season. A few odd mistakes.
I'm not accepting that. He'd have bounced back. I'm going Sander Clark. You can pick who you want.
I'm going with Joe Hart.
Actually?
Who else am I going for?
Fuck's sake.
Who do you want? I'm not going
Robbie McCrory.
Aye,
shit against Aberdeen.
Connor Goldson, actually.
Best goalkeeper in the league. Right, so you actually agree with Joe Hart?
It's not that I agree with Joe. I've not... I don't rate him, but you know what? If someone wants to pick him, alright, fair enough.
Obsessed. Right, let's move on. Left back here. We're going to go...
No, we'll go right back, mate.
We'll go right back. Alright, get the controversy out the way first of all. James Tavernier. I just don't see how people can actually complain about this. The amount of goals he scores, the numbers he's done this season, got his 100th goal for Rangers. I mean, he almost got a hat-trick against Celtic, practically dug Rangers out of trouble in that game and almost salvaged something for them. I mean, most times, and people can say he only scores penalties or whatever, that's not true. A lot of times James Tavernier looks like the most likely Rangers player to score from open play.
No, but they actually argue, right? Oh, he's a set piece merchant, so they include free kicks in with the penalties. Well, a free kick's pish.
Funny that, because I remember when Nakamura was scoring free kicks, it was all great for Celtic. I just, it's
free kick merchant. I thought, see about Carlos when he hit it for 40 yards out. I fucking piece of piss.
Oh no, they try and devalue your ability. Oh, you're good at free kicks, so your stats are irrelevant.
Like, look at Farashi, quality player, but let's be real, like, he's a tap-in merchant, but that's good. He applies to his strengths.
And also, you can argue that, I mean, if James Tavernier wasn't so good at penalties and free kicks, he wouldn't be on them.
Exactly, there you go.
So it's not like he's on them just to solely pad his numbers.
I don't know why they stuck Barisic on it in that old firm.
He's on them, I know, but he's on them because he's the best at them.
Exactly. So, and he should be in there over, what's his name?
Alistair Johnson.
If Johnson had a full season, I'd look at it a bit more, but I'm going with Tavernier.
I'm going with Tavernier as well.
Because see at points, Tavernier has dug Rangers out of holes.
Definitely. I'm sure he'll continue to do that.
Into the centre-back partnership of Carter Vickers and Starfelt.
You know what? I actually don't think Starfelt's as good as Carter Vickers, but I'm not going to complain here.
He's upped his ante this year. I thought last year it was the Carter Vickers show. This year it was...
Yeah, I'm content with that. I'm not going to argue.
No, I'm not going to... I mean, if I was looking to pick someone, who would it be?
Well, I can't really think
I
anybody.
can't
I
think
mean, it's... No, Anthony Stewart for Aberdeen. That great guy. No, definitely not. I actually did say, by the way, if he never moved in January, I think my partnership would have been Carter Vickers and Porteous, but don't have that option now.
No, we don't, sadly.
So
Greg Taylor at left back. I look at the left backs across the country and I'm thinking it's just Greg Taylor. There's no one in there.
Yeah, again, I'm struggling to think of a left back here that you could put in. I mean, Leighton Clarkson's been brilliant for Aberdeen, and he's played left back a few times, but I mean, that's just a couple of games, really.
More of a midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah, so I mean, Greg Taylor, 100%. Can't really go wrong with Greg Taylor.
Nope, Barisic, shite. Yilmaz on his day is good, I think, but again, it's Greg Taylor.
I mean, you look at the big teams, like, and there's just no real. Oh, by the way, someone I will give a shout out for right back. By the way, what's his name? Max Johnson from Motherwell.
Max Johnston.
I thought he had a really good season as well.
He'll be on the move.
Yeah, he is on the move. He's away. He's not staying.
Confirmed, aye.
That's pretty much a done deal. Don't know where he's going, like, but he's not staying at Motherwell.
Right, midfield with Malik Tillman, Callum McGregor, and Rio Hatate.
All right, Rio Hatate for me, I think ability-wise is the best player in the league.
So there you go, he's in there.
So I have no complaints.
But can't get picked for Japan.
That baffles me. Japan must have a good midfield. So yeah, Rio Hatate for me.
No, it gets me right. It's like as soon as he'll go to Brighton, he's going to Brighton. Will he get called up?
I imagine so.
Is that not a joke though?
It is, but I mean that's just how it is. Rio Hatate for me belongs in this all day long. I don't think this has been Callum McGregor's best season. But you know what? I've still no complaints. I would put him in there.
Yeah,
he's the captain. I mean,
I feel like the team that wins the league more often than not, the captain's guaranteed a spot.
Yeah, unless a captain does something from another team.
Tavernier's the captain. He's in there as well.
So I've no complaints from McGregor and Hatate. And for me, Malik Tillman's been, apart from Tavernier, Rangers' best player this season. So yeah, I've no complaints with Tillman being in here consistently. He's been better than Aaron Moy. It's a fact. Is Aaron Moy at his peak this season been better than Tillman? Yes. But what does it matter if your peaks over the course of like 6 weeks, 2 months? if someone has consistently been playing at a good level. And yeah, maybe he's not delivered against Celtic, right? Maybe he hasn't had like match-winning games in the Old Firm, but neither's Aaron Moy. The last Old Firm game Aaron Moy started, he was fucking the worst player on the pitch by far. And again, it's judged over the whole season. It's not the Old Firm 11. It's, you know, the Scottish Premiership.
And to be fair to Tillman, right? Seeing the final, he got brought back, he was injured, right? Then the game in the semi-final, he got injured about 20 minutes in.
So well, there you go. So
you think of that. And then like the 4-0 earlier on the season, I mean, the Rangers are just... There's not a Rangers player that would get into the League 2 team of the season that featured that day. But anyway, yeah, Tillman, I mean, who else could you put in here? Any other names, really?
Like I said, Clarkson's had a good season. I think Graham Shinney's done alright since coming back to Aberdeen, but again, it's half a season. Nah, for me, I don't really see anyone else getting in.
It's on the money, guys. Anyway, top 3. Duke, Furuhashi, Fanfin.
Furuhashi 100% has to be in it. I mean, top goal scorer, almost a record-breaking season. When was the last time a Celtic player scored that amount of goals in a year? We're going back to Henrik Larsson here.
Probably.
Yeah, so for me, Kyogo Furuhashi 100% deserves to be in it. Kevin Van Veen is level with Shankland minus a shitload of penalties, so I think Kevin Van Veen deserves to be in this team.
Yeah, I think Kevin Van Veen is more worthy of Duke. And I think it's a toss-up between Duke and Shankland.
And I think Duke's been good, but Duke's the one I would be questionable about. I've no problem with Van Veen being in it, but Duke's the one where I'm not saying Duke doesn't deserve to be in it, but I think if you were going to take anybody out the front three, it would definitely be Duke.
Lawrence Shankland got a hat-trick against Celtic.
Well, I mean, yeah, it didn't even get a team of the fucking week for that. What was that all about?
I know.
That is unbelievable. I mean, if you can't get a team of the week in FIFA when you score a hat-trick against the champions, then, like, when can you get one? Seriously?
Come on.
When can you get one? But I think this is a season where a lot of strikers in the league have had really good years. So
Rangers.
Shankland is unlucky to miss out, but again, it's like, in terms of goals, he's scored a lot of goals. So's Miovski. He's missed out. Nisbet, I know he was injured for a bit, but he's been scoring goals. Cholak has been scoring a lot of goals, but he missed a big part of the season through injury. So, I mean, I think a lot of strikers have got good numbers to their name in terms of goals this season, but you can only pick 3, and it's...
Let's not talk about Cholak in a team of the year, though, come on.
No, I'm not, but I think his goal contribution's been pretty good.
Fair enough.
In terms of appearances. People are saying that Maeda and Jota should be in here, aka Ramon Monet. So basically what he wants is the starting Celtic 11 to be this team.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he wants.
So,
fuck him, though. Specky bastard. So we move on. Alright, so into the PFA Player of the Year. Who's there?
And it's 4 players from the Team of the Year, which I guess you would expect. I mean, what, you wouldn't be nominated for the Player of the Year if you couldn't break into the Team of the Year? That would be a little bit strange.
Yeah.
Would it not?
No, it would be.
So it's Kevin Van Veen, but he's in a triple layer Celtic sandwich. So it's Van Veen, Hatate, McGregor, and Kyogo. Personally, I think I would switch McGregor out for Carter Vickers. I think Carter Vickers is unlucky not to be in this. We always talk about the spine of the team and how, like, you want a good goalkeeper, centre back, midfielder, and striker. I've already gave my opinion on Joe Hart, so that rules that out. But for me, like, I think if Celtic could only keep 3 players, for their current team, I think you would want to keep Carter Vickers, Kyogo, in either one of Hatate or Callum McGregor.
And they'd probably go with McGregor, I think, just for the sake of Celtic through and through.
Well, here, my whole point is, I would just mix it up. I wouldn't have both McGregor and Hatate in there.
Oh, no, I agree. You have to have the back 3.
My point is, if Rangers are playing Celtic in an Old Firm, I think you would rather see I think you'd rather Carter Vickers be missing for the game than either Hatate or McGregor.
Yeah.
Right, what was the point?
That's your point. That's the point we're going with. But for the Player of the Year, I am going to agree with Furuhashi, because you know what? It's crucial goals. The goals he scored. It seems like every time they played Rangers, it was just him getting his wee tap-ins.
Goals don't lie.
No, they don't, and I can say it's tap-ins, right? We can say he's a tap-in merchant, but how many... you've got to be on the end of it, man. Every ball that's whipped into the 6-yard box, he's there. And that's what you've got to be. That is what you've got to be there to do. Like you look at Celtic and they could be playing bad or whatever against under the cosh or dominating. Doesn't matter. He will be there every time, and he will poke it into the back of the net. What's that? What actually is Furahashi's best goal though? Doesn't really matter when you're winning, but he hasn't really.
I think he had a really good one against Dundee in his like second game for Celtic.
Well, there you go then. That was last year, so that's when Celtic were pish a wee bit. Take us back. Take us back.
Pish. They won back-to-back games in League 6-0, mate. I wouldn't really. I mean,
I know.
that's pish. Then give me it.
They couldn't win an away game.
All right. In terms of young players of the season, there is again 2 Celtic guys in there, a Rangers player, and funnily enough, an Albion Rovers player. To me,
Charlie Riley.
They finished bottom of League 2. It is weird that a player from the worst team in the Scottish Pyramid is being nominated for the young player.
22 goals and
of the
13
year.
assists.
No, it's good, but I mean, I think it's mad. You get 2 players for the number 1 team in Scotland, 1 player for the number 2 team in Scotland, then a player for the worst team in Scotland.
Yeah.
That's strange to me. But yeah, Tillman, O'Reilly, Abada, and Riley, I guess, really.
You know what, right? None of them. I actually think they might give it to Charlie, really. Why not? Like, why not fucking give it to him?
I actually think they're going to give it to Tillman. And I think Celtic fans are going to have a fucking meltdown.
Oh ho ho!
I don't think O'Reilly's had a good year. And I think Abada's been
About average.
average, yeah. So
There you have it.
I'm not going to say I've seen this Charlie Riley guy loads of times, so I can't really comment on him.
Yeah. Well, no, I get that.
So, yeah, there you go. But yeah, there was no Haksabanovic in any of these awards, so I'm sure Ryan 118 shot his pants.
Oh ho ho!
But, that's it.
What was CJ Nova? We'll fire him in.
CJ Nova.
loving life?
He's probably killed himself because Cholak didn't get nominated. So.
Oh, damn.
In terms of the women's team of the year, can't
Till
really
next
remember.
time, guys. That is us. That's us. I've wrapped it up because no one cares. All right, nobody cares. Till next time. Peace.